Hi everyone. Today we're gonna make another vegetable dish called Ginisang upo or sauteed bottle gourd. This dish is similar to the one we already made, which is the chayote one. The only difference is just the bottle. We're using a bottle gourd. I know most of you haven't seen this yet. You can find this in Asian markets. It has seeds inside, and it's pretty much like a chayote type of flesh. So I'll show you the insides when we cut into it. This dish is mostly vegetarian, but you can add in ground pork or ground beef, either pork or shrimp. Today's dish, we're just gonna do a little ground pork, just put a little meat on it. So let's get started. So for this dish, we're gonna need 1 or 2 bottle gourds or upo. It depends on how much you want to make. Just a little ground pork, probably half a cup. I'm also going to be using 1 whole garlic. You can use as much or as little as you want. For me, there's no such thing as too much garlic. 2 tomatoes. Half an onion, and some fish sauce to taste. Alright, so for those of you that hasn't seen any of these yet, this is, we call this upo. It's technically called a bottle gourd. It's very soft, well, kind of like has the form of an apple, and it has seeds inside, and the inside is kind of like a softer apple version. So first what we do is just trim off the end, and then we're gonna peel it. Once we're done peeling the skin, we're gonna cut in half lengthwise. So you see all the seeds, we're just gonna remove that. We're gonna use just the flesh, the outer flesh. So we're gonna cut it again lengthwise because it'll be a lot easier to remove the seeds. Or you can also leave it like this and use a spoon to remove it. So there's 2 ways of doing this, removing the seeds. One is by using a spoon and kind of just digging in there and removing the seed. Kind of like that. Another way is if you cut it like lengthwise like this, just use the knife. I believe that's a lot quicker. So try to get as much as that seed if you can. If you have some left in there, it's not the end of the world, but they're a little tough to eat. So first we're gonna remove the seeds, and then we're gonna slice them thin. Now we remove the seeds. All we gotta do now is just chop them, slice them thinly. Then continue doing that for the rest of them. So here's our bottle gourd after we remove the seed and slice them. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna mince our garlic and chop our onions. Okay. Now we've finished our onion and garlic. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna chop our tomatoes. Don't forget to wash them. Since these are small tomatoes, you don't have to really do them very fine because there's not going to be nothing much left with it. So nothing special, just like that. Now we're finished prepping our ingredients, we're ready to cook. We're gonna set our heat to medium-high and wait for it to warm up. Now we're gonna add in about 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil and begin sauteing our onion. Again, use the back of the knife. You don't want to ruin your knife. So saute until it starts to become translucent. Then we're going to add in our garlic. A lot of people are probably saying, how come you're not doing the garlic first before the onion? Well, my reason is the garlic will burn first and the onion it'll take longer for the onion to cook. So that's why I do the onion always first. I'm sure a lot of people are like contradicting that, but you know, hey, I told you this is my opinion on how I do my stuff. It's just a guideline. You don't have to follow it. I'm just giving like a little guideline on how I do stuff. All right, now we can add in our garlic. Now reduce your heat to medium and wait for them to get soft. Okay, they're starting to look good. Now we're gonna add in our tomato. Again, the back of the knife so you don't ruin your knife. Now the tomatoes are getting soft, we're going to be adding our ground pork. Also, some dishes, they use shrimp. It's up to you, again, you know, use whatever you want to use on this. Usually it's pork or shrimp for this dish. So we're gonna brown our beef or pork, but before that, we're gonna add some seasoning. So we're gonna be adding in about a tablespoon of fish sauce. Fish sauce is optional. If you don't like fish sauce or you don't know what fish sauce is, it can be bought in an Asian market. If you don't want fish sauce, you can just use salt and pepper, or you can use some kind of a flavoring, like a pork flavoring or chicken flavoring. So it's up to you. So we got our fish sauce in there. Let that absorb, and then put in our pepper. I always put a lot of pepper. It's not much flavor in it, so try to put as much as I can. So let that cook for about 5 minutes, stirring constantly. Okay, so after 5 minutes, the pork should be pretty much cooked. So we're gonna add in our bottled gourd or our upo. Then we're gonna add in some water. You can add in probably 1 cup to 2 cups. Bring it to high heat so we can bring it back to boil. And then once it's boiling, we're gonna just reduce the heat again. So what we're gonna do here pretty much is just gonna boil it. So cover in high heat and let it boil. Once it starts boiling, we're gonna reduce the heat and simmer it. All right, so starting to boil. Let's take a look. Let's mix them around. And then we can reduce the heat to medium, cover, and let it cook for about 5 minutes until the bottle gourd is soft. All right, let's go check on our cooking here. All right, see if it's soft. Yeah, that's soft enough. So that's probably about a good 5 to 10 minute cooking just to make it soft. And then also, don't forget, taste and season accordingly. Very light flavor. You can add in, since we're using pork, you can use like pork bouillon or pork seasoning or pork flavoring. Or you can add in more soy sauce, fish sauce. Experiment with it, but I mean, it's very mild. And again, if you want this as a vegetarian dish, you can just opt out of the meat. Just leave the gourd as is with vegetables. Other than that, this is pretty much very simple and easy to do. Pretty similar to the chayote one that I made. This is also good with the slices of ginger. So, well, that's it for today, and hope you enjoy our quick and easy dish. We'll see you in the next one.